Ooh. Aww. We're gonna move these because I feel like they're in the fucking way. Hello, people. Dusty. I put them on my dresser thing from IKEA, so it is closer to the ceiling. It kind of collects a little bit of dust, but it's okay. We're good. Got her bucked up, babe. Time for another sit, sip, and yap. I was not expecting as many people to privately message me that did, relating to some of the things I talked about. So I felt like it was a really good idea to talk about some more ish. Eventually, like I said, as I get in depth with like things that I went through regarding all my trauma and all the bullshit that individual put me through, it gets a little dark sometimes. I'll put a trigger warning when that time comes. Yeah, and like, I have no issue bluntly stating exactly what abuse was done to me. It is hard to hear, but I know that by stating a lot of it or some of it, that anybody who is going through that, hopefully it makes you feel not alone, because nobody should ever feel alone dealing with all of it. So last time I just kind of talked briefly about like different patterns that like are typically lived with. So I mean, even though I did state that you'll never know why they're doing that, because you just won't. It's like, I was gonna say it's a fun little surprise. It's not a fun little surprise. You just at some points look beyond yourself and you're like, what the fuck is that? What it means for your partner to be this way, and why closure is impossible. You may, really need that closure, really want that closure, especially because you were actually traumatized. You're not going to get it, and you have to make your own peace within yourself and your life, knowing that that's not possible. That person will never give it to you, and you'll probably feel worse if you try to get closure than when you did before that. Just take the L on that, and your closure will come from therapy. Honestly, for me, I knew that person was never going to own up to any of the shit that I was put through. So why would I waste my time going through and talking about whatever with that person, only for them to probably still try to play mind games or beat the crap out of me? So no, we're going to move on from that. Keep that person as far away as possible and just go to therapy. I am an advocate for therapy. Go to therapy. Okay, if somebody has strong narcissistic and antisocial traits, they do not experience empathy the way that others do. They prioritize self-interest, dominance, and image. My ex, everything is about his image. Probably still to this day. That's like deeply embedded. I don't know what the hell that person went through. I am hesitant to even call that person a person. I don't know what that individual went through to make... Literally everything was about his image. He took so much care in the way that like he looked all the fucking time, and like if I didn't look nice, apart from abuse, I used to be like put down, called so many names, made to feel so bad about myself. Like I literally there was a point in time where I was forced to wear makeup all the time, 24/7. Do you know how horrible my skin was? Do you have any idea how many pimples and blackheads I had? Because I was never allowed to wash my face, or if I washed my face, I had to immediately put makeup back on. That's horrible. Also, dominance, big thing. First of all I'm going to say is little man syndrome. Because, yes, he claimed to be 5'8", 5'9", 5'7". Definitely, not an exaggeration. 5'7". It is what it is. And lived by that whole alpha mentality. Mind you, he's also a bodybuilder and takes every single steroid, or has taken every single steroid known to man. Like, literally, if it's a steroid, that individual has injected it or swallowed it. So, lived by alpha mentality. Lived by it, was like, I am the ultimate alpha. Like, literally to the point that this individual read / listened to the audiobook, both, I think, of the Unplugged Alpha. Anybody, I mean, this is going to be a controversial topic, because there are a lot of dudes who believe in the alpha mentality, and I kind of feel like it's bullshit. Like, I understand certain aspects of it, and I listened and read the Unplugged Alpha, so I know everything that goes into that. It's not a bad book. It gives you a lot of insight, especially if you are somebody who has trauma of abuse, or if you're dealing with somebody, dating somebody who's kind of narcissistic or is super narcissistic, just somewhere on that spectrum, and especially like a gym bro. And if you also are just any girl who doesn't want to get played, listen to the Unplugged Alpha or read it. This is not a promotion. I'm not trying to do any of that, but it will tell you, it'll tell you their mindset, and you can read the fuck out of them and then protect yourself. They rewrite reality to protect their ego. Yeah, they do. Yes, they definitely do. I know that I don't understand some of the things that were done sometimes, because I'm like, this is not like real life. Like, used to create, like, first of all, a lot of things that I was told about this person's past and like childhood and stuff like that was straight up lies. Straight up lies. How? Because I asked at some points, asked that person's family, and they were like, that's, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm just like, oh, good. Could I bring that up though? No, I couldn't. Why? Because I'd be abused. Love it. Accountability feels like annihilation to them. Yeah, if they are a narcissist, they're not owning up to a single thing. They will never do that. You'll never get any sort of like, they're responsible for anything, because it's not in their capacity. Like, something in their brain doesn't click that way, and it's just not, they'll never like look at you and be like, yeah, you know what, I did that, I was wrong. Unheard of. I've never in my life gotten that. Ever. Like, from that individual, from my ex, never once did I get any sort of, that was my bad. And I don't understand why. I feel like a lot of people do this just in general, like as like a societal thing. And I really don't understand it, because it's not a big deal to be like, yeah, you know what, I fucked up. It just helps you become a better person. Like, I don't really understand. If I do something to somebody, yeah, you are for damn sure can count on the fact that I'm going to be like, I'm so sorry that I did that to you. Because that's just a way to be a normal human being. At least in my mind, but I could be wrong. I don't know. So, some things that are very important to remember is that they don't change because you love them harder. No matter how much you love them or think that you love them, they're not going to suddenly wake up one day and change the person that they've always been and will forever continue to be. You're not going to be the one to change them. Also, as a rule of thumb, just for like dudes in general, to all my girlies out there, I feel like any dude that wants to change will change for that person. You're not that person. You didn't get them to, it's been 2 years, a year, several months, and they're still doing the same shit. It's not, you're not going to get anything different. They're telling you right from the get-go, within the first month, they will show you and tell you exactly what you can expect from them out of the jump. It's not changing. A good little analogy is wanting closure from them is like asking somebody without sight to describe color. That was this second little part. Not super in-depth, but I feel like this is super important, especially because a few people that I've had reach out to me are dealing with like that whole closure aspect and like leaving somebody or like trying to break the cycle. First of all, if nobody's told you this and you don't have that type of support system, which I feel like everybody should, I am super proud of you. You're attempting to break the cycle. You're trying to break the cycle. I cannot commend you enough for the hard work that you're doing, because it is hard. It's always going to be really hard. I will forever say that. It is hard. It takes a long time to get over it, and everybody deals with what they went through different ways. It is very important, though, to go to therapy. And I also feel like, apart from messaging me, I will always answer. I will always try my best to give whatever advice or insight, or even if you just want to rant at me, just tell me, because I don't know if you're trying to rant at me, and then I might give input where you don't necessarily want input. But it is super hard, and I commend you. And if you're still stuck in a cycle, because I know you're not delusional, I know that anybody who is ever like they're delusional about what they're going through, no, they're not. They're not delusional. They're just stuck in a really hard place, and they want it so bad. Like, they want it so bad to work out, or they want love. So it's very difficult, and you're having to lie to yourself to try to make yourself feel better, because you're like, no, but it'll work, because you're like hopeful. And then you're lying to everybody else, because, oh, there's very few, and it's very rare, but I know that I lied to every single person around me to the best of my abilities. And like, yeah, some people knew it was bullshit because they know me, but it's like, you don't want to just go around and be like, yeah, I get the crap beat out of me. Yeah, I get put down all the time. Like, nobody, I know that I didn't want anybody around me to know that. I know that a lot of people still don't want people that they know to know that. So it's not like delusional. It's just a hard thing to break and figure out how to leave. But if you found this anyway insightful, or makes you feel even a little bit better, or, makes you feel not alone, then I hope that you comment something or reach out to me and in any way that you want, and I will respond. You can ask anything that you want. I'm very open about everything. The only way that we're going to get through this is together. So